Opportunity. America's promise. For over 2 centuries, immigrants have been coming to America to take advantage of a chance to improve their lives. Northern Europeans were especially drawn to the scenic beauty of the lakes, prairies, and woodlands of the Minnesota Territory, so reminiscent of their homeland. Through a strong work ethic and a culture of neighbor helping neighbor, the immigrants overcame major obstacles in building their homes, farms, businesses, and communities. Friends and relatives back in the old country pieced together what they learned through letters, newspaper reports, and advertisements, and the adventures and successes of their pioneers became legends. Inspired by these legends, Swedish novelist Vilhelm Moberg came to America in 1948 to seek out the stories of early Swedish pioneers in the New World. By the time Moberg arrived, Minnesota had been a popular destination for Swedes seeking a new life and new opportunities for nearly 100 years. The stories he heard here were the inspiration for his novels The Emigrants and The New Land, which later became feature films. Moberg didn't drive and must have been frustrated to find that rail service from the city of Wyoming to Taylor's Falls had shut down just weeks before his arrival. The rail line had served agriculture and the residents and businesses of Wyoming, Chisago City, Lindstrom, Center City, Schaefer, and Taylor's Falls since the 1880s. The line was built largely to bring tourists to this already popular resort area. The economic investment and the hard work of overcoming the engineering challenges and building the massive infrastructure paid off. The easy access helped existing businesses thrive and created opportunities for new ones. Business was booming. Communities flourished. Each stop along the rail line was a destination with something special of its own to offer travelers and attract visitors. Economically weakened in the Great Depression, by the mid-40s, the rail line could no longer compete with the sharply rising popularity of the automobile. Reduced demand for rail service caused schedules to be trimmed. With fewer trains running, trains were less convenient, and more people made their trips by automobile. The downward spiral of fewer riders and less service continued until the last train ran on June 30th, 1948. Local residents, proud of their American life and their Swedish heritage, were happy to take their Swedish visitor around by car. But Moberg needed to be independent and turned to a mode of transportation he was comfortable with in his homeland. He borrowed a bicycle from the druggist in Chisago City. That bicycle gave him the freedom to go anywhere he wanted to go on his own schedule and at a pace that allowed him to study the land and what his countrymen had made of it. The Taylor's Falls and Lake Superior Railroad and the St. Paul and Duluth Railroad can once again provide us with recreation, transportation, and economic opportunities as multi-use trails. In fact, the Sunrise Prairie Trail, built on a portion of the St. Paul to Duluth line, has already begun to do so.
Boy, I can't resist those penny farthings over there. Look at that. That was the bike of the turn of the century.
I have never seen a community get behind a project like this and embrace this project as something that they felt was critical for their area. I know that my granddaughter's going to enjoy this trail, and I'd like to think that maybe her grandchildren will enjoy this trail.
People now say, when can we have our little spur? Even a mile and a half in some area. Even that short a trail is viewed with great interest and excitement.
I think the family, the whole family atmosphere, being able to get out and ride with the family, I think this is, and the exercise. I mean, people like myself, we need this type of thing.
It's real fun, and you can ride our bikes to school. Yeah. It's miraculous that we can have a trail like this.
Oh, this is a great asset for the area. We just need to get it extended up to Taylor's Falls. That's the next step.
It's great. It's good for fitness, and it's good for economic development for the cities down through here because it really attracts a lot of positive tourism.
Tourism has always been an important part of the economy in this area. It's the recreational opportunities, natural beauty, rural character, natural resources, and the history and charm of our small towns that draw visitors here. Bicycle trails have emerged over the past decade to play an important role in tourism. With the development of bike paths, small towns across the nation have once again become tourist destinations. The Croix River Trail and what it has done for the town of Lanesboro is legendary. A struggling town has regained its economic health and is proud to have preserved its small-town historic character. But it's not just tourists that want and use these trails. Area residents place a high priority on establishing trails as well. An extensive survey on outdoor recreation, published by the Minnesota DNR, identifies bike paths as the #1 priority of the citizens in our region. And these trail corridors truly are multi-use. In addition to the many human activities, the corridors provide habitat for many native plants and animals. They provide food and sanctuary for migrating birds, and they preserve and connect green spaces so wildlife can move about, crossing fewer roads. Economy, environment, convenience, transportation, and recreation. All are great incentives, but safety is perhaps the most important reason to build these trails. And rail trail conversions have the advantage of fewer intersections with roads and driveways. Children and adults need safe alternatives to sharing busy roads with cars and trucks. The Swedish Immigrant Trail project is situated to take advantage of existing trails and those that are currently in the works. By connecting the Sunrise Prairie and Wisconsin's Gandy Dancer trails, the Swedish Immigrant Trail links a 100-mile network. Another 50 miles is already planned for the Gandy Dancer Trail to connect it to Superior, Wisconsin, and it's expected that the Sunrise Prairie Trail will be a link that connects the Willard Munger Trail from Duluth to the Twin Cities. Now your help is needed to take advantage of this great opportunity that will serve our community for years to come.